Hello, Lego friends! Today I am back in the medieval village. I have a gap in the village that I really want to get taken care. Oh, I'm sorry. Not that glaring gap. This gap right here. But I do think that I have the perfect build for it. Am I the weird one here for wanting to organize my bags, or are we chaos builders out here? Because I don't know why, I just love a good nice stack, and like in increments of 5 to me just makes the most logical sense. I don't know why, but I will always start with the bottom of my stack with the highest number so that as I work down through the stack, it's, you know, in the right order. But I think my favorite part about organizing the bags is sitting here and like leveling it out and then squishing out all of the air. I find it so satisfying. I don't know why. I am probably the weird one here. I think I've answered my own question, but I want to know, comment down below. Are you guys like chaotic bag builders and we just go looking for the number as you need it, or are we organizing? If there's a piece that goes like underneath, in between the head and the torso, without fail, I forget to put. Oh my God. Look away. I'm gonna break a tooth on this. I'm literally sweating. Other than his first minifig, which to be completely fair was absolutely my fault for missing the step, this was such a fun build. Every single corner of this shop has a fun or beautiful detail. And there were so many new to me pieces like this Kraken helm, this bubbly piece, and this trans blue water splat. Stairs are becoming one of my favorite aspects to build in sets with how people approach them so differently and creatively. The designer here used bricks sideways to create this look in a way that I just have not seen before. And I like that they're distinct from other buildings in my village. It sort of lends to the idea that the village is being built up one resource at a time as a new tradesperson moves in. I really want diversity and a distinct flair to each building, but you know, while still being cohesive, and I really think that this fits that same but different kind of vibe. And I learned that I really like this dark orange and green color combo. It's just chef's kiss. Like, this is the design goal of my dreams. To top it all off, the roof with the potion bottle is stunning to me. The way that the rounded bubble comes together with those red curved slopes to make this half potion bottle is just nothing short of incredible. And nothing bad at all is going to happen to it. Oh my God. Well, good start. With that fun little debacle out of the way, it took me a minute to figure out what to do for placement. I knew this building was a bit on the larger size when I looked at its dimensions, but actually seeing it in the spot had me rethinking everything. It is a bit of a tighter fit than I like, and if I keep it all confined to its base plate, it's pretty cozy up next to that castle wall, at least in this configuration. So then I thought, well, maybe the front door and steps don't have to face the market. Like, not every building has to be the exact same direction. But I don't know, then this felt way too close to the bakery. I've already got a few tight scenes going on, like the jousting area, and I don't want everything to feel overloaded and crowded. I honestly felt kind of stuck here until I had the epiphany that I have free will. I don't have to keep it here just because that's what I first planned. And none of my other buildings are even fully secured to the table yet. Like, things can be moved pretty easily at this point. It's so silly, I know, but at least for me, I can get so caught up in forcing an idea to work that I have that it feels like a revelation that I can allow myself to have a plan B, or even C for that matter, after breaking down the walls of my arbitrary constraints made for a much better setup. I like this layout so much better. I think that with the variations in building heights here and the sizes, like, this whole thing just feels a lot more balanced to me. And I don't know, I'm sure it's just a personal thing, but the green next to the green, I don't know, it just felt too matchy-matchy. I wasn't really liking it. Also, this set has like so many cute details, 360, and I lost so much of it squishing it into this spot. So this feels more open, feels better, and that still leaves so much room over here for the Abbey that will be added here soon. So yes, win-win. However, this created a huge domino effect because the pathway built over here was specifically built for the tavern.
I now need to get a pathway over to this new area. And having something here, I feel like the Lion Knight's jousting tent is just a little too in the way. It's blocking the area. So I want to kind of kick this back, move it up against the castle wall just a little bit more, re angle it, reorient. And that way, I think this just won't feel quite so tight and like a little bit more open.
I don't dust nearly as often as I should, especially living in such a dusty area and having four very hairy animals who all shed at even the slightest hint of a pet. So while I had this off the table, I wanted to give it a quick hit with the brush. I need this medieval village in tip-top shape because I'm planning on taking it to a convention in less than a month. As of right now, Brickslopes is in just a little over 3 weeks, and given that the theme is yield slopes, this is the perfect thing to display. This is by far the largest thing I've ever transported by a fairly large margin. I'm talking like a difference of 26 base plates. I am really excited, but I'm also definitely feeling the pressure of time to fill in all the remaining gaps, add more terrain, details, and just all around make it look as public ready as I can. All that to say, if you are local to the Utah area and want to see part of the 100 Brick Forest in person, as well as hundreds of amazing builds, you really should come stop by Brickslopes and check it out. Not a sponsor, but it is a really great time, and maybe we can meet in real life. I think that would be awesome. After fiddling with this pathway for far too long, I really liked this wedge plate look and decided to keep that going around the entire base. This is way more clutch power than I ever intended for this to have, which I think is pretty evident based on what I did over here. I mean, the plan has always been to only use a couple studs because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm basically Jon Snow. I know nothing. And the thought was, when I get more skills, when I'm going to inevitably want to change this up and make it better, it'll just make it that much easier to take it off of the base plate. But seeing this now, like it's so clean. It looks so polished, in my opinion. So I think this is the way to go. And to be very clear, I was absolutely always planning on covering up these gaps at the bottom, very similar to what I did with the Lion Knight's castle. But the longer that I've lived with it and the more that I've looked at it just every single day, it looks so messy. I think I just used like too much variety in the plant pieces that I have, and it definitely does not look as clean as this. So I think this is the way to go, and I want to continue that same pattern in the rest of the village. Let's rinse and repeat. With the Alchemist Shop build, the next thing on the list I want to tackle is getting the jousting tent pushed over more to the castle wall, just kind of opening up the space in front of this building here. This is not a dry town. This is not a dry village. The villagers clearly, it's a stressful time, so they need a drink. So let's make sure that that can happen. I'm coming around to the idea that in some cases, less is more. I think having removed a lot of those one by ones on the like the cement steps into some of these buildings, reducing the profile and the width of that dirt pathway to the jousting tent, like it just looks a lot cleaner in my opinion, and kind of reducing the total
distinct number of parts, I think in a build really helps. I do want to consider that and take that into account moving forward. I do think that it's something that I'm learning at this point, kind of along the way. But we are officially in the countdown to Brickslopes. Next week, I want to make sure that I'm getting the rest of these buildings tacked down, doing the same thing that I did with these guys over here, using the wedge plates around the outside. And I just made a pretty large order yesterday on Lego to get started on the gap over here by the castle. And I'm going to be putting in what I think is a pretty sick abbey. It's a pattern. What am I sewing? It's instructions that I got from Rebrickable. And I also have some custom windows and some fun little details to add in that I think will be just the perfect little addition over there. Oh, there's still so much to do. I'm very excited about it though. But if you would like to stay updated and notified on all of my fun builds and everything I'm working on, remember to hit that bell icon. Please consider subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.